Of course I was scammed and duped, and it was on something that I knew nothing about.
Paul and Georgia Olson live in the South Bay area of Lomita in LA County. They're in their 70s, and like many elderly folks these days, or really folks of any age for that matter, they've recently been victimized by cyber hackers. This is what happened. Georgia was sitting here on her couch when the phone rang. The people calling her identified themselves as computer technicians. They told Georgia her computer was about to crash, and they were shutting off her computer in a few hours and would be calling back. What actually happened was the cyber hackers remotely disabled Georgia's computer and then insisted she pay them a large sum of money to get her computer working again later that day.
And so you won't be able to use your computer unless you pay us to fix it. And I went, what? So I jumped up and I went up there to look at the computer and see what was going. It wasn't even on. So I turned it on to see what could have been going on in there. And when I turned it on and brought it up, the mouse was zipping around all over the screen. And I wasn't touching it. How much is that going to cost? And they said, oh, just $499. I said, are you kidding me? Then I just sort of froze. I just sat there and I looked at the screen and I just didn't know what to say.
So just when did you start to get suspicious that you were getting scammed?
The fact that they didn't speak English and what they said didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
How scared were you while all this was happening?
I was getting pretty scared.
A frightened Georgia told Paul about the incident when he got home later, so the two simply waited for the callback. Ironically, the con artists were ultimately suspicious of Georgia's suspicion. You guessed it, they never called back. Now, this might seem like good news because the Olsons did not pay out the $500. Unfortunately, this attempted scam cost them twice that much because the imposters destroyed so many of their files.
Once they did what they did, the computer was shot. They were just after money. Then we realized that we have a damaged computer. I probably spent $1,150 for a computer because I do a lot of research on the computer, looking up things that I'm going to sell and also things I'm going to buy.
This potential extortion was devastating for Paul because now that he's retired, his livelihood is buying and selling antiques online, on eBay, and without a computer for almost a week, Paul lost even more money.
For this to happen, for these people to, I wouldn't say pick on us, it happened, and that we just happened to be in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and it's costing us a lot of money.
Well, this scam also cost a lot more people a lot more money.
My friends got called the same exact way. The mouse was running around the screen. They paid the money. They never could get the computer to operate again.